So, Coach Tucker said, I know we have a few players down right now. So I'm getting more play time, and he says, take more shots. Wrong thing to tell him. I mean, I might go for the double-double, but if I can put 80 on the board, game.
Let's do this.
Man, it's your world. We just live
it. And I'm rocking the new shoes. I'm good. I don't want to hear all that right now.
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
They're missing a quality player. Injuries a
broken
big part of the game.
They
just got to make the adjustments.
Dude, that's going to hurt.
Now Golden State's starting five. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Stephen Curry's out there with Doc, and it's Butler at the small forward spot. And for Memphis, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Wells, and it's Edey in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. How important, Greg, is it to a team's confidence to start the season strong?
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
And the Warriors start out with the ball. And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
For some news on MP, let's send it over to the decorated David Aldridge on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP before the game, and he said there was a lot of confidence in the locker room. He said, we know this is a tough matchup for us, but we've got a strong game plan. We're all on the same page, and we're ready to execute. This will be a good measuring stick.
Dude, you were supposed to come and fall back, bro.
You know why Morant makes those dunks look so easy? He's got a 44-inch vertical. That's unbelievable.
Now, here's Green. And another three for Golden State.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here are the Grizzlies. 6-point game. Curry against Bane. Pass to Edey. Outside, Bane. Shot clock at 5. And good that time.
And you can see that backcourt just setting the tone for the entire team.
Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a number 1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
Here's Bane after the made shot from Doc. Pass to Edey. Shoots over Jackson Davis. Edey can't hit. The Warriors have gone 4-4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here.
Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside Jackson.
Wait till we get to our
Some
home.
nice passing there by Memphis.
So great
Gets it
if
to
they
fall.
do
The
that.
bucket from Bane.
Well, when a three goes in on the other end, Bane really wants to answer with his own shot.
Here is Doc. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
In your face.
That is
All over
incredible.
you, Johnny
And
Morant.
this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons
And
this
you're
team is
on
in
there,
charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And Morant's got the ball here for the Memphis Grizzlies, trailing here by 8. Pass to Wells, fires the 3. Second shot opportunity. Edey gets the bucket.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Outside Curry. Hits it from three-point range. Curry's got 6.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Morant. Teardrop shot. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is,
You
Green
gotta
seems
do
to have been
dirty
able,
like that, dog.
and more often than not,
Oh.
succeed.
Pass to Jackson Davis. The kick outside to Butler. Here's Doc.
Oh,
Target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Now here's Wells. Still without a basket. To the left wing. Morant outside. Nifty move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
I don't know if I can
Coaching
trust you
staff's game
outside
plan is
with
very
that.
clear.
Me going out
Move
with
the
you.
ball on the perimeter and
You want me to do
shoot
it,
the
Blake?
shots with no hesitation.
And they are also just
Where's Taylor?
outworking the opposition in transition. When the break
Taylor.
is on, they've
Can you
continued to
look and
find
see
ways to
if
score.
And the Grizzlies making a change
Third.
here. Jackson's
Buttheads out.
checked in.
let the dogs up, go to the
That one
bathroom
misses.
if not.
Warriors leading by 8. And Doc gets it to go. And that's 11 points for Doc. And I think most would
Oh, you
agree
got a bed?
that MPGA at this point of his career is considered one of the best ever at his position.
Well, anyone that ranks above him is a first ballot Hall of Famer. MP isn't at the top at his position just yet, but he's shown he's in a class with other legendary talents.
Great tee that time from Bane. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far.
Well, I hit the ball, not his
There's a foul
leg.
called on Doc. That's his first foul. Brandon Clark, he's checked in
Give
for
me
the
that
Grizzlies.
crap.
Then for the Warriors, Rudy's checked in for Green. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Stephen Curry. Here's Edey. Bane passes to Morant. Here's Clark. Podziemski grabs the board.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bane, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look,
Out of the rafters, he punched it in!
are you kidding me?
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they
Come on, quick,
It's a
Dad.
foul called on
You
Doc.
need to get these steals, bro. Why are you fouling, homie? I know I get more than one a game. Like, come on.
The Grizzlies trail by 14. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Doc is out there with Podziemski. And it's Hield in at the 3.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Took him no time at all on that one. 16 points for Doc.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
Here's Doc. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Pippen with it. He brings it up for Memphis. 15-point game. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That'll be the second of 5 straight played at home. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone.
What the?
For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Great D that time from Green.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive
Hey,
philosophy?
crackhead, calm
Well, I
down.
think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words,
Look.
we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily
you take a
and give
hit.
away free throws.
Wells is checked in for the Grizzlies. Both free throws good from Doc. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Jackson. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Jackson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's Doc. It's good. Doc's got 20.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them
Quick.
seize control.
Knock it off.
Now here's Pippen. Not a lot of room. Here's Clark inside. And the dunk by Jackson.
Wow.
He was making
You
sure
got
that
lucky that
Jackson with the strong finish.
that was not a
Stunning
dunk,
for Golden
man.
State. They won
That
game
was
against
a
the
lucky.
Kings in Sacramento.
What was that?
Yeah, facing that hostile crowd, they've just found a way to kind of tune out the noise and focus on the game.
Give a lot of credit to this coaching staff for preparing them for that kind of environment. They went in and just executed their game plan.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Outside Jackson. Jackson passes to Pippen. 5 to shoot. Here's Clark. And nothing seems to work as that one misses, and he's 0 for 5.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Doc. The shot from the low post is good. He's got 24.
Well, he has owned this quarter. A major reason they're up right now.
And it's Taylor Jenkins calling timeout here. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Yeah, embarrassing the crap out of your interior defense. That's what I'm doing. It's okay. Let's not call timeout right now.
With some changes, Bane comes in for Clark, and it's John Morant in for Pippen. And the Warriors also making a change. Curry's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played, Morant kicks to Bane. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Bane's got 12 points in the game.
You can't play lax defense on Bane because he's looking to shoot as soon as he catches it.
Here is Doc. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. 6 to shoot.
Where you at, Morant?
And down it goes. Jamming that one home.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Morant finds Bane. Now Jackson.
Stay with him, Jackson. Stay with him.
Shooting foul.
No
As
foul.
the whistle blows, he'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, Jackson Jr. can go over either shoulder. He can face up. He's a tough
You don't have to
cover.
get in my face,
The
though.
Grizzlies have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And it's been an issue for them
Like
as it was
that?
last
Just like
year.
that.
Only
Why you gotta lay
72%
right
from the
there?
line.
That's not where I told you to lay down. You big moose. The big old moose.
That free throw, no good. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching
The big old moose getting all
different
happy.
from, say, now to back then?
There go my rope.
Wow, Kevin,
There go
it's
my rope.
just so
There go my
different
rope. No, there go my rope.
in so many ways. The players
okay,
have
okay.
gotten
No,
better.
go.
Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Now Bane. He's got 12. Jackson passes to Morant. Back to Jackson. Out to Morant. Fires the three. Nailed from three-point land. Morant's got 5 points so far.
Well, when the three is falling for Morant, it's a bad sign for the defense.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Williams has checked in.
And he's showing a little more aggressiveness, getting himself to the line here in the second quarter.
Memphis moving it around. Pass to Morant. Nice move. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. That's 7 points for Ja Morant. Warriors leading by 17. You can see, and Coach, you can feel Ja Morant's star power, and his presence on the floor is such a factor. It affects the game.
Yeah, it sure does. And it even affects the energy in the building. His play is so dynamic, athletic, energetic. I mean, you can't sit and watch a Ja game. He's going to get you on your feet.
He is one of a kind for sure. Here's Morant. Got a piece of it. .125 left to play here in the second quarter.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Boop. And up I go.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Outside, Payne. Now here's Wells, guarded by Curry. The kick out to Williams. And he's good on the three ball.
And they're hitting the long-range shots that they were missing in the first quarter, but still have ground to make up.
52 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Curry passes to Doc. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one's on Morant.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
The first one falls for him. And the Grizzlies with some changes. Edey's checked in for Williams. And it's Jackson in for G.G. Jackson. Both shots good from the stripe. And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. A crossover. The kick out to Payne. From outside, off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. It's first triple of the second quarter, third of the game.
The three from Morant. Warriors with the rebound. Here is Doc. He has 35. Yep, that one goes. Doc's got 37.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And so it's the Golden State Warriors holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. Back to the action in just a minute.
Both of you two, what is up with you guys, huh? You guys are getting a little too riled up, man. No zoomies in the house. Go. Both of you, go. You go play. No, not my hand. My hand is not a play toy. And neither are the sandals.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
You know better.
Here at the Grizzlies, you really get to see what they're made of. After your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the Golden State Warriors.
They're giving a master class in ball movement right now. Running the offense, finding the open man, and it leads to a bunch of high percentage looks.
Yeah, great chemistry at that end. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Doc has been sensational.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, the way I see it, it's an added bonus. And you can see team chemistry really growing as a result of him racking up the assists.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jaren Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Morant kicks to Bane. Pass to Jackson. Over Green. And the shot is good, dropping in on the front of the rim. Jackson's got 5 points so far. Outside Curry. Butler from outside. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
To the inside. Here's Bane. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. 14 points for Desmond Bane.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Pass to Doc. Clock at 6. Outside Curry. This one for 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Morant kicks to Jackson. Morant left side. Right side Bane shoots over Curry. Jimmy Butler pulls it in.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here is Doc. 37 points for him. And there's the drive, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Outside, Bane. Wells wide open. His 3-pointer's off the mark.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Passes back out
whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
Well, sometimes you just make
That's
shots,
what you wanted to do.
but they've certainly come out on a tear here in the third quarter.
Outside, Bane. Morant scanning the floor. To stop the run. And the layup is good. Morant's got 9 points.
A little spinning
Morant that close to the hoop. Once he gets inside, he makes it look easy.
That was cool, wasn't it?
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Here is Doc. Guarded by Morant. Doc lays it up off the glass.
There you go.
Doc's got 41.
And what a fantastic start here to the second half. They have yet to miss.
And here's Morant. 9 points in the game so far. Drills it from outside. He's got 12.
And look at Morant getting bold at the arc. When he's feeling it, you really have to watch him out there.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health.
Wells kicks to Jackson. Pass to Edey. It's Morant in the corner. Bane for 3. Warriors with the rebound. Doc's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Hey, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient right now. And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Morant outside. And then Morant slams it in.
Well, this is what the fans want to see. Morant showing off all of his superb athleticism.
And that's life above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam.
Oh, Butler.
Wells with it. Butler covering. Here's Edey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Edey's got 5 now.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Jackson is checked in for Wells. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. The Grizzlies 4th.
Well, they played great defense last season. They had great rim protection, and they were very disruptive.
The Warriors have gotten nearly everything to drop this quarter. They're 7 of 8 from the floor since halftime. Shamet. Substitutions for Memphis. Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Wells comes in for Jaren Jackson. And Pippen subbed in for John Morant. Here is Doc. Pass to Curry. Launches a 3. It's good for the 7th time this game. He's shot 7. He has made 7.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Curry is out there with Doc, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. You coach Stan at various levels for 30 years. How has the transition been to the broadcasting business?
Well, Kevin, it's been great because of people like you and because I'm undefeated.
Right. But you miss the aftermath when there's at least a score sheet. There's a scorecard that says win or loss.
I do miss that. There's no question. I miss the competition. I miss the camaraderie of building toward a result. But I've started to get some of that in broadcasting as I've gotten to know my partners better.
Well, it's great being your partner.
Likewise.
Here is Doc. The 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Doc's got 46 points.
Well, that's now his 3rd triple of the game. First here in this second half.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Clark kicks to Pippen. Picked by Clark. Just 5 to shoot. Pippen with the wide open look. It's rebounded by Doc. Doc's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Greg, every year we have the Best Teammate Award. What are some of those qualities that you admire in a great teammate?
You know, Kevin, you want guys who make you better and who make it fun to come to work every day. In the end, teammates are like family. So trust, commitment, and just enjoying being with one another, it matters.
Wells sets the pick for Pippen. Wells in the corner. Over Butler. And again, Memphis no good.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Here is Doc, defended by Pippen. Doc can't get it to go. Memphis has gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the 4th and been successful 3 times. Pass to Bane. Pippen with it. Back to Bane. Can they get it? It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Jackson Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Shots good by Butler.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Outside, Bane. Offline with his 3.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
There is the all-around game of Butler. A nice assist to cash in on that possession.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Down low, here's Pippen. That shot, no good. Great tee that time from Green. Pass to Jackson Davis. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Second personal foul.
And it seems a new era is upon us, GA. A lot of young stars and young teams vying for the status of household names.
Kevin, the casual fans might have to update their frame of reference, right? Especially since a lot of these new stars are playing in smaller markets.
Looking at who's out there now for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Brandon Clark. Jackson comes in for Jackson. And it's John Morant in for Pippen. And it's Morant missing. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. And Doc gets it to go.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Good work there as it goes. Morant's got 20 points.
Yeah, Morant just continuing to assert himself offensively.
Here is Doc. Pass to Post. Golden State moving it around. Here is Doc. Morant with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, crushing the blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Warriors.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Doc.
Well, what an unselfish display from him tonight. Sharing the ball, creating for others, just beautiful basketball.
Pass to Jackson. Jackson is doubled. He can't hit that time. And the Warriors with possession here. Here is Doc. Another bucket. Wow.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And that about wraps it up. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Let's go with Michelle.
MP, how did you manage to win this game without 2 of your best players?
you know, at this level is next man up. You know, those guys, they're great players and very important for us in the long run. But, you know, our mentality is whoever plays, got to perform. And we did that tonight. So, yeah, thank you very much.
That's right, MP. They can't stop you.
That kind of stays into the press room just as much your teammates as your on-court performance.
Alright, what? What was that? Oh, yeah, never mind. I didn't hear what she was saying. We'll exit it. Let's see. When we finally come home. Our home game is this one. Oh, good. Okay. Cool. We got 7 right now. Can't do anything. Quite yet. Okay. So, should we do? Look at Caitlin Clark jersey. Yeah, let's go get Clark. Why not? Caitlin Clark.
Hey, welcome in.
Yeah, how you doing, man? How you doing? Let's see what you got. What you got? WB. The Indiana Fever. Since they no longer have Sacramento. No longer have the Monarch. Really? Sack, dude, you guys gotta pull your heads out your butt. Are you gonna let WNBA champions a couple of years in a row back in 2000s go belly up? Someone tell me that one. Why not? Blam. Peace out, man. Thank you.
See you next time.
heck out of here. Alright, well, in that case, we're going to end it right here until we get home, and then I'll actually stream that one. But I want to end this one for tonight. Catch you all later. Peace out.